We back. Welcome back into the channel, y'all. Look, man, I feel like this wouldn't be a legit sports channel without at least addressing this Ime Udoka situation. So look, man, I'm gonna read this article real quick. Let's read this article real quick. Let's tap into a little background on Ime Udoka first. Udoka started his professional career by playing in a D League with the Charleston Low Gators. They drafted him 39th overall in the 2002 D League draft. He was called up to play for the Lakers on January 14th of 2004, but he was later waived. He went to Europe, returned to the United States, once again drafted to the D League, and he was drafted 3rd overall by the Fort Worth Flyers, so they obviously felt highly of him back in 2005. He averaged 17 points in the D League, 6 rebounds with the Flyers, and on April of 2006, he was signed by the New York Knicks. He was waived in September of the same year. He was he was invited to his hometown Portland Trailblazers training camp before the 06-07 season started, and that was only because a player, Aaron Miles, failed a physical. And it looks like he impressed the coaching staff and made the team. After playing only 12 games in his career so far, looks like he started in 75 games in the 2006-2007 season. He played 28 minutes a game there, averaged 8 points, 3 rebounds, almost a steal a game. In 2007, he signed with the San Antonio Spurs. He played 73 games, averaging 6 points a game, 3 rebounds in 18 minutes. On his second season with the Spurs, he played 67 games and started in 3 games. He only averaged 4 points, 3 rebounds in 15 minutes. Following the 2009 season, Udoka became a free agent and re-signed with the Trailblazers. He was waived by the Trailblazers in October of 2009. So right, like preseason-ish, he got waived. But he signed with the Sacramento Kings on November 4th of 2009. He played in 69 games with the Kings, averaging 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 14 minutes a game. On November 24, 2010, he rejoined the Spurs, but he was waived, 2 months later on January 5th after playing only 20 games. On December 15th of 2011, he signed with the Nets, and he was waived. 8 days later, he was waived. In January 2012, he signed with a Spanish league, and that's pretty much the last we heard of his playing career as far as Ime Udoka goes. Forward to today, a lot of controversy going on with this guy. We really don't know the details. I'm just going to breeze over this information here. On September 21st, 2022, Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN reported the Celtics were planning to punish Udoka for an organizational violation. Although the initial report excluded the reasoning for the punishment, it was revealed shortly after that he engaged in an improper, intimate relationship with a female Celtic staff member. Though the relationship was originally believed by the organization to be consensual, the woman involved later accused Udoka of making unwanted comments towards her. This resulted in the Celtics opening an investigation into the matter, conducting multiple internal interviews. On September 22nd, Udoka was given a suspension by the team lasting the entire season of 2022-2023, and that's effective immediately. Udoka issued an apology after suspension was handed out. He chose not to resign from his position as a result of the violation, though Woj additionally reported that Udoka is not guaranteed to stay with the organization following this season. Assistant coach Joe Mazzulla took his place as the interim head coach. This is where it gets a little unclear as to what's really going on. This was originally dropped by Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, but it's being also reported that the Celtics leaked this information first. Apparently, Ime Udoka was in a consensual side mistress relationship with the wife of the vice president of operations for the franchise. Okay, so he's basically having a side relationship. He's in a well-known public relationship with celebrity Nia Long. Apparently, originally, this was brought out as, okay, Udoka was having an affair with a chick who was having an affair, and they were both having an affair. Later, after the report had been dropped, the lady comes out and says, oh, it's because he said some things that I didn't like. I'm going to read this statement again. Though the relationship was originally believed by the organization to be consensual, the woman involved later accused Udoka of making unwanted comments towards her. Okay, I in no way, support the affair. I in no way support the fraternization within the organization if it's against the rules. If it's not against the rules, obviously it's still a dangerous game to play. But since it was against franchise policy to date or to have a relationship or to have relations with somebody also employed by the organization, I get it. The suspension, I get it. Okay, did it have to be a whole season? I don't know. That's kind of weird, right? So before all the facts are laid out for the public, before all the background, all the information that is necessary to actually know what's going on is given to us, we know all about Ime Udoka's punishment. All of this seems backwards to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was another party involved in this situation. And before the unwanted comments or unwanted gestures or whatever he did that was unwanted, apparently this was being kept on the hush hush by both parties. Ime Udoka didn't come tell anybody, and neither did the mistress. I won't say mistress, but neither was the other party involved, the female that came public with this information. Both were completely fine with being silent until the woman involved later accused Udoka of making unwanted comments towards her. So now the media is literally running with this story, literally dragging this man's name through the mud. And my question is this. Obviously, it's a sensitive time in society right now when it comes to gender relations and how we view male and female interaction. It's a different world than even me at my age when I was growing up. It's different now than it was then. It's just strange to me, bro. Whoever the chick is apparently gets to stay anonymous, and this guy gets drugged through the mud while both of them were cheating. Now, hold on. I'm not condoning in any way unwanted comments, but we don't even know what the comments were. First of all, what if she's lying? I'm not saying that all women are liars in these situations. Obviously, there's a lot of scumbag dudes out here. But what I am wondering is why drop this why drop this report, but leave out all the information that's needed and have everybody wondering what's really going on. Now, Matt Barnes, he came to the aid of Ime Udoka like out the gate, like immediately, and said, "Look, this guy is a respected dude. He had his back." And then I think it was later last night, comes out, drops a video saying, "Look, I apologize for defending him. I had got a phone call saying that, give me all the details." And basically Matt Barnes is saying there's a lot more going on than what we know about. There's a lot more to the story than what we know about. So the only thing that I can think of is that there's more women involved, or there's something really bad that's going to eventually come out about Ime Udoka. Okay? Because he basically, once you issue an apology, it's like once you issue an apology for an accusation, are you then guilty of that accusation because you apologize for it? I don't know. I mean, this is a weird situation, man. The female involved is still anonymous, and I'm seeing a lot of talk about, he's a high profile, he shouldn't be doing this, he's a high profile, that's why his information is out and hers isn't. But what I'm also reading is that her husband is VP of operations, so she's actually a higher profile than he is through association, through marriage. She's married to a VP executive in the NBA and gets to stay anonymous. Not only that, but nobody's dragging the other husband through the mud and talking about how he got cheated on and talking about how his wife was running around with a head coach. It's all on Ime Udoka right now. What will come out in the next few days, I don't know. The information we have right now is that yes, Ime Udoka is a scumbag dude. It's sad that he led his team as a rookie coach to the finals, and all the while Who knows, man? Maybe this came to the surface during the finals, because it seems like the Celtics found out back in July, which is like the month after the finals. So it seemed like the Celtics found out in July, did some internal investigations, which I'm curious as to what investigations, because what I'm hearing is that it was a law firm that did the investigation. So I'm curious as to what this investigation entailed. What do you investigate? Are you just asking people? So a dude gets caught up cheating, basically. A dude gets caught up cheating. He broke his company's rules by cheating on his girl with somebody who worked for the same organization as him. Yes, that is wrong. Yes, he should have been suspended. But did it have to be public? I guess I'm trying to wrap my mind around, like, is this something that we all needed to know about? The only reason in my mind that this could make sense why this is so public is because it's about to get a lot worse. It's because we've been given the tip of the iceberg when it comes to information and actual accusations. It's not looking good, man. I feel sorry for, his kids, his family, her kids, her family, because things like this is not what we watch sports for, bro. This is not what we watch sports for. If the dude was dirty, as long as he didn't break the actual law, I say keep it internal. I don't know why Woj broke this story, but a reporter is going to do his job. A reporter is going to do his job. I blame this on the Celtics organization, because how do you let this come public a month before the season starts? Because what you're not doing is protecting your current players. You're not protecting your current staff by letting this information out. Now, maybe they wanted to get ahead of the curve as far as like NBA finding out, the commissioner finding out and dealing out his own punishment, or maybe they wanted to prevent the NBA from doing their own investigation and go ahead and get a head start on that. But I don't know, man. This is strange, bro. This is a dude that's, before this, bro, all you could do was respect Ime Udoka. Just seeing his countenance on the sidelines and the way he carries himself, how much respect he has amongst men in the league. But you never really know who somebody is, not from watching them on TV, not from watching them an hour at a time, 3 hours at a time. You don't know what somebody's doing. This is a guy who's dating somebody and cheated. He cheated. But with that cheating, isn't there another party who decided to cheat too? Isn't there? I don't know. For what I'm seeing is that he got caught up cheating. She squealed. He got caught up cheating. And after the fact, now it's coming out that he said some unwanted comments. So obviously we would all like to know what those comments were. What could he have said that caused that situation to go from it's worth putting our current relationships on the line for this side relationship to
he said some unwanted comments, let me blow the whole thing
up. That's basically what this is, bro. That's basically what this is. Until more information drops, I don't know how to feel about this. Until we know everything that's going on, I don't know how to feel about this. And to me, that's the whole reason why releasing this information is so pointless. This is unnecessary drama. The NBA loves to have this. There's absolutely, I guarantee you, the NBA does not mind the fact that this is going on. Why? Ratings. This is the sideshow, okay? The NBA does this best. Could they have kept this internal? Yes. Would there be as many people talking about the NBA today? No. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about as far as the NBA. There's this Russell Westbrook thing's been carrying on for months. The Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant thing has died down. They can't. There's really nothing else to talk about there. They pretty much kind of led us on through the whole summer with that story, and now it's like, what are we gonna do to raise our cachet leading into the beginning of the season? And here we are, drama. I don't know about you. I don't watch sports for this. I don't watch sports to find out that somebody's cheating on their girl and having an affair. Now, if that guy is breaking the law, If he's assaulting women, if he's raping women, if he's sexually harassing women, that's different. But these are two people who decided to cheat on their significant other with each other. So I'm really trying to figure out how this turns into one guy being a predator type person. They're basically shaping him out to be a predator. I'm seeing Malika Andrews on ESPN talking about protecting women and, oh, women don't have protection. Bro, I don't think that this has to be that. I don't think that we know enough for this to be that yet. Now, if they know something about it that we don't know, why are you talking to us about protecting women when they were cheating on their significant others with each other? I guess that's where I'm confused. Two people cheating, one person in the wrong. The other person is not held accountable publicly, is not dragged through the mud publicly. We're not talking about her relationship with the VP of operations. We're not talking about that VP of operations. We're not talking about how he got cheated on and what he was doing in his relationship to get cheated on. Nah, we're literally just talking about the Celtics coach, Ime Udoka, and how he's, I guess, endangered women in the franchise. Now, if more information drops and more things come to the light, I will reposition my stance, obviously. But the information that they've given us doesn't equate to how much drama they're creating. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. You see this all the time, whether it's in school, whether it's at work, it doesn't matter where you go, bro. People are cheating. People are having affairs. People are in relationships that are toxic. People get mad at their significant other, and it happens. And to me, this is pretty drawn out. This is pretty exaggerated. And maybe he's hung up on the meat rack for this. I don't see him getting another NBA coaching job, man. Only because he was a player who bounced around, okay? And with the climate in the NBA today, they really feel like young player coaches are a dime a dozen, and players respect player coaches. So I don't know. They might be willing to throw him completely under the bus and get him out of there, get rid of him. But this is a sad story, man. And this is not what you want to watch sports for. You don't want to be all up in somebody's personal life. A coach? Why are we talking about a coach's personal life? You know what I mean? This ain't Jason Tatum. This ain't LeBron James. LeBron James cheating on his wife with a cheerleader, with a staff member. Okay, let's bring it to the public. Let's talk about it. We're talking about a coach having an affair consensually, saying unwanted comments, and the other person is able to get him basically suspended. Now, the right way to go about this is to release the information that was dug up from that investigation. Now, as a listener, as a viewer, as the public, we're well informed, and now we can shape an opinion on this whole situation. There's no real way to have an opinion on this, and we don't know nothing. All we know is the punishment that's been dealt out and some vague facts. We don't know what the chick looks like. We don't know her name, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know her name. I haven't seen it out there. She's just being able to stay anonymous. So it's a weird world we live in, y'all. On this channel, I want to stay more focused on sports than anything, but I feel like this is something that people have to kind of stand up and talk about because it's out of order. It just is. Is Ime Udoka in the wrong? Yes. But is there other people that's in the wrong? 1,000%. This makes no sense to me. Let me know in the comments what you think about this situation. I don't really have a stance on it. I just think it's interesting. You know what I mean? What's gonna come of this in the next week leading up to the season? How will the Celtics players respond to their leader being taken from up under them? And how do you respond to somebody you had up here falling from grace? This is Ime Udoka's fall from grace. Not only are you a winning coach, not only are you a leader of men, but you're a role model. And as somebody who's on the sidelines grooming young men, grooming boys into men for a living, you gotta stay clean, man. You gotta stay clean. You gotta stay clean. You can't be bro. You're Ime Udoka. You're already dating me along. Why you have to mess with this chick, man? Why you have to mess with? She got you out of there just by saying that you said something, bro. This is the state of the world we live in. Two people cheating. One person gets pissed off, airs it out, it says the other person said something they didn't like. Now that person is a predator. It's the world we live in, y'all. But anyway, let me know what you think, man. Thanks for watching the video. We'll be back. Respect.